All right, so here we are back in the kitchen. Today we're gonna make some mini quiche. Eggs are a pretty big part of my weekly routine for breakfast. I probably have them 3 or 4 days a week, so it's nice to have a couple different ways to prepare those eggs to keep things fresh and interesting. The nice thing with the mini quiche too is that if you find yourself struggling for time in the morning, make them one day and then they're good for the next 2 days or so, just pulling them out of the fridge. So if you're rushing in the morning, it's something quick and easy you can grab out of the fridge. More or less on the run instead of stopping at a fast food place on the way to work or school. So I'm going to go over the ingredients first. We've got red bell peppers. I'll show you how we cut that up. I've got bacon bits. So prior to this, I've made the bacon, make it nice and crispy, and then just break it up into little pieces, and you can toss them in a little dish like this, which just makes it easier to distribute through the dishes. We've got red onions. You can also use green onions as well, or in place of red onions. We have eggs. We've got nutmeg to add a little bit of spice there at the end. We've got pepper. We've got 15% cream and avocado oil. So as I go through this, I'm going to give you a little bit more information on each one of those ingredients and walk you through it. Oh, I forgot the cheddar cheese and Swiss cheese. We've got these two mixed together, which is a nice little topping to finish it off. So before we start adding the mixture to each of these little dishes, we're going to use avocado oil, which is a great oil for cooking at higher heats because its oxidation point or smoking point is significantly higher than, say, olive oil. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it into a small dish, which I've already done. We're going to get it all over that brush, and then we're going to go through the cup, get right up on the sides to make sure that we're not going to have these things stuck to the sides when we finish up baking. So get it all the way in there. I've already prepared a couple of these, so I'm going to just show you with one to save a little bit of time. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the red peppers and we're just going to put a pinch in the bottom of that cup. We're going to do the same thing with the bacon bits and again with the onions. From there, we're going to grab an egg, crack it into a dish that you're going to be able to mix it up with. Make sure you're taking it easy on that crack and pulling it apart so that you're not chewing on pieces of eggshell when you get your quiche all done. I know from experience that it's not the most pleasant surprise when you're in the middle of, eating your eggs. So once you get those in there, give them a little mix. And then we're going to add the 15% cream. Mix that up. Make sure you stir it up real well. Okay, then from there we are going to add the egg mixture to the dish that we have already prepped with some of the ingredients. So make sure when you're filling it up, you're filling just below the top of the dish. Otherwise, you're going to have it spilling all over the place, which we don't want. Then you're going to have to clean the oven after and just become a bit of a mess. So after you get that in the dish, we're going to take the cheddar and Swiss cheese. We're going to top that off, each of these off with a little bit of cheese. It's a pretty simple recipe. I think everyone should be quite capable of this one. Then some nutmeg. We just want a little sprinkle of this on each. It should just be a light coating over the top. And pepper. A little bit of pepper on top. So the oven has already been preheated to 375. So we're going to take this, put it on the middle rack, and bake it for 15 minutes. Careful transferring over that you're not dumping your eggs on the floor. All right, set a timer. So keep an eye. Most ovens at 375 should be about 15 minutes, but if you start to see it rising nicely, then you may be in that 13, 14 minute mark. And they could be good to go. So enjoy.